Well, this is the peach tree that we planted last spring. It was in a container and the idea was to fan train it over the wall, which it is. This is a southwest facing wall, so a really good location to grow one outside. And when it was planted, it was cut down to here. It was just a single stem, what we call a maiden, a 1-year-old tree. It was cut down to this point where my finger is just here. And then these branches grew out of it, and as they've grown over last summer, they've been tied to these horizontal support wires that I've put in. So it's a basic fan we're looking for, and as you can see, it's now in flower because peaches flower on the previous season's growth. So all of these stems that have got these really lovely pink peach flowers on is last year's growth. So I need to do a little bit of work on this ideally. First thing is that I'm going to just tie in 1 or 2 stems that weren't tied in the autumn. So there's one here, for example, it's growing out just a bit odd, so I'm just going to tie that in. So just loop my string round the wire like that, let it slip, and then I can put that back onto it. It's a bit springy, and then we can tie that to it. This is where you need 3 hands to do this, especially with a springy one. So just tie that into there like that. It just stops everything moving around, and this one here gives it a little bit of support and holds it back to the wall. It's more because of if the wind picks up when it's in full leaf, it can soon damage it. So it's good to have everything nice and securely tied back. I could do the same with that one there because that one's going to carry fruit. So again, if we don't have them secure, they can bend over with the weight of the fruit. So just check it in, make sure that everything is tied nice and tightly back to the wall like that. Before I forget, I need to thank also our sponsors for Pots and Trowels videos. So that's Cobra Garden and also King Seed. So thank you for their continued support with the videos. I've also noticed on this one here that, which is a bit sad in a way because it's been growing so well and it was really balanced, but over the winter we've had a really wet winter, and although the ground is fairly well drained here, it does get a little bit wet, we've lost a couple of branches here. You can see they've got no growth on these at all. These are in fact dead. There's just a little bit of sap in them, but they're not going to grow back. They've dried hard. I've noticed it over the last couple of weeks. So what I'm going to do is take those off. Now we don't normally prune them in the winter, but here we are spring now. It's late March, so we can take those off, and we can see that this branch here is still growing. We've got some buds there, so I'm just going to cut that one back to there and just cut those strings where it was tied on. And then what will happen, this little bud just here, or probably both of these, will now grow and it will fill that gap in. Likewise here we've got a dead one, so we've got to get rid of them. We don't need them on. That one there, and this one has died by the look of it. So if I just scrape that, that is a little bit of green there. You can probably just see, if I just scratch that, there's a bit of green. So there's a chance that it may grow. So there's some buds there. So I'm just going to cut that one to there, and that will grow. Now, although it's a shame we've lost those, I'm not unduly worried, because what will happen with this on the ongoing maintenance is hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 peaches. We can't expect too many in its first year, but what it will also do through the summer is make lots of new growth. So lots of long new shoots from buds lower down will all grow up. And what we do when the peaches have been picked later on in the summer, all the branches that had peaches on will be cut out and the new ones will be tied in. So essentially you're partly renewing that fan on an annual basis. So although we've lost a little bit there, hopefully we can make it up again. And then the other thing I'm going to do is to just do a little bit of pollination. You may wonder why I've got a little artist paintbrush tucked behind my ear. So this is a really soft paintbrush, really soft this one is. You could use a cotton wool bud. Traditionally the head gardeners on the old estates would have had a rabbit's tail on a stick, which is again really soft. And what we want to do is you choose a day when it's a little bit of warmth and there's a bit of sun in the air, and what we want to do is we're just going to go along very gently and we're just going to stroke and brush the flowers And what that will do, if they've got pollen on them, it will transfer the pollen from one flower to the other. So they are self-pollinating. We don't need another tree near them to pollinate them, but we've just got to make sure that that pollen is moved around the plant. And the bees will do that. That's what they do. And I have seen some bees around, none today because it's a little bit cooler, but they have been out and about doing their job. But we just want to make doubly sure that we can go over. So you'd go all over the plant, just transferring the pollen from flower to flower and doing that little job of pollinating. And that is it. We can leave that now. We've already given it a mulch. It doesn't need watering, obviously. The ground's nice and moist. And that will now, over the next week or two, really come to life. And hopefully in a few weeks' time, where these flowers have been, we'll see little fruits developing, and they will then grow through the summer and turn into delicious peaches. This one is called Avalon Pride, which is a really delicious, juicy peach with orange flesh. And it doesn't get peach leaf curl, which can be a problem on some of the older, more traditional varieties. Final thing is, if we are going to get a late frost, we had one a couple of nights ago here, if the weather forecast tells me there's going to be a ground frost, I don't want this blossom to be damaged. So what I have is some fleece on standby. And what I do is get the fleece out of an evening and I suspend it to this top wire and drape it down in front, and just to hold everything in place, have some pegs, and I can peg it there so it won't blow off in the night. And that just gives it that little bit of protection to keep the frost off it so that we get those peaches. So if you've got a peach tree, now's the time to do a bit of pollinating. If it's a bush tree rather than a fan, then again, have some fleece ready just to cover it over to protect that early blossom. Well, thank you for watching Pots and Trowels. Remember, all our gardening videos and weekly podcasts you can find on YouTube, or you can go to our website, which is potsandtrowels.com, where there's the whole catalogue of everything that we've done. We'll be back again with you next time in the garden, so we'll see you then.